Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm being joined by the talented UFC commentator, analyst, lightweight, and now making your welterweight debut this weekend at UFC 226, Paul Felder. First off, how I know you were scheduled to fight James Vick, and then now with Mike Perry and moving up in weight. So how much did you have to adjust as far as your camp?
Things really didn't have to change all that much. When we were in training camp at my gym, we are always preparing just to be the better, tougher fighter no matter what. So as far as switching things up, not much changed, and it would have been the last week of my training camp to begin with for Vick. So not much really changed, just eating a little more leading up to fight week, pretty much.
And what made you or prompted you to take this fight and move up where, like I mentioned, it'll be your debut in this division?
Well, I'm intrigued by a fight with Mike Perry. I know his style, and he's an exciting guy. He's a good matchup for me, I feel, and he's not the biggest guy at 170 pounds, so I feel like we match up size-wise relatively well. So when it all went down, I thought, well, this is a perfect opportunity for me to keep a fight, stay relevant, and get my time in the cage.
Now, after James got moved to have that fight with Justin Gaethje as well, were there other opponents that they offered you?
No, we never even, right, Brian? We never even really got to that point. Me and him had a list of guys that weren't booked in the division. We were trying to talk to the UFC, but the next day when that would have started getting figured out, we saw Yancey get hurt, and that's when we jumped on that opportunity.
Now, I know you've probably been asked this a few times, but, if you're successful this weekend, do you think that welterweight, could be a second home for you?
Oh, a second home, absolutely. Will it be where I go for my next fight? I'm not sure yet. We'll see how I feel on Saturday, but it's definitely something that I would feel more comfortable at, especially down the line as I get older and, the weight cuts get harder.
Now, lastly, you had a great 2017, 3 stoppages. Now, again, I just mentioned you're slated to fight James Vick. Would you still want that fight, given what happens to his fight?
Yeah, well, I would like to see who wins out of him and Justin Gaethje in August. That's definitely a fight that, first of all, I'll be calling that fight. I'll be there as a commentator, so I'll be in the cage with both those guys. So that's the winner of that fight is somebody based on my performance. Obviously, if I win, I want the winner, so we'll see from that. But got to get through Saturday night, got to get past Mike Perry first. But I'll definitely be watching that fight with a close eye.